Hello everyone, Merry Morning here, back with my magical bookshelf tour. This is shelf number 3. So shelf number 3 has a lot of, it's a bit of a mishmash really. It's got tarot books, psychic books, lots of different stuff. So we'll just kind of jump right in there. First of all, I've got my sword sitting here that I found in the thrift store, which was pretty cool. And what's it? Little book of tarot, pocket book of tarot. Put that over on the other side. Let's see. First book is Palmistry. How to Chart the Lines of Your Destiny by Roz Levine. I actually find palmistry really fascinating. It's something I could really get into. I haven't really practiced much on a lot of people, but I would find it interesting to sort of get into. Sorry if it's shaking a bit. I have a bad shoulder on this side, so I can't really hold up a selfie stick very well. So if it starts shaking, you know why. Numerology. Your character and future revealed in numbers. Numerology is fascinating to me as well, but this is not actually a great book on numerology. I found it a little... sorry, my phone's doing weird stuff again. I found it a little... it just wasn't written well. I'm sure there's better books out there. It's a little dry, put it that way. Again, this is probably off the dollar tables at Chapters kind of thing. I've had this for a long time though. Just kind of the basics on astrology. So, Sun and Moon Signs by Richard Craze. Sylvia Brown, A Psychic's Guide to the Other Side, Our World and Beyond and Back. So I've read quite a bit of Sylvia Brown. I don't mind her. She kind of has a little bit of a slant towards, Christianity and angels and that sort of thing. But other than that, I find her books are full of information, some good stories and that sort of thing. Here we go. When Ghosts Speak, Understanding the World of Earthbound Spirits by Marianne Winkowski. Forward by James Van Praagh. So another sort of psychic mediumship books, I guess. A book on palmistry. Palmistry and the Inner Self by Ray Douglas. This is a good book. The Psychic Vampire Codex by Michelle Ballinger, a manual of magic and energy work. The Natural Psychic by Ellen Dugan, Ellen's Personal Guide to the Psychic Realm. I actually really enjoyed this book. She's got a lot of nice stories in there. Like I said before, I like her style of writing. It's very kind of down to earth. Colette Baron Reid, The Map, Finding the Magic and Meaning in the Story of Your Life. So I actually picked this up when I went to go see her. She was here doing one of her tours, and it was neat to go and see her live. I don't normally enjoy going to see mediums, and I'll tell you why. It's because you're sort of sitting there in an audience full of, especially somebody like Colette Baron Reid, who is huge and popular. You're sitting in an audience full of people that are hoping for a reading. So they're all very anxious, and they're waiting. And, you know, they're sitting there thinking about their loved ones, and they're kind of sad, and they're anxious, and they're nervous, and they're kind of sitting there going, pick me, pick me, pick me. So I find the energy at those things very overwhelming. And what was interesting was that, you know, she sort of did this line at the end where you could go and talk to her and get, you know, a book signed and that sort of thing. So that book is signed. And I ended up talking to the girl in line behind me and giving her a message from her father that had passed away. And it's interesting how stuff like that happens, that you know, Colette really didn't have the time by the time we got to her to give this girl a full reading, and she really wanted to hear about her father, and I ended up doing it instead. So it's kind of weird. But Colette kind of by the time I got to her, it was very brief, but I did get a mini reading from her, and you know, the first thing she sort of said to me was, "Oh, you're like me." And I thought, no, I don't have mediumship, you know, abilities like Colette Baron Reid. No way. But, you know, sort of after that, I started taking it on more and more and more, and letting it out, not hiding it. So maybe she helped me, you know, unlock, you know, being more comfortable to sort of, you know, talk about it out in the open. And the other thing that she told me was to look more into Celtic magic and Celtic folk stories and that sort of thing, which I did after I saw her. I really started getting into it. So thanks, Colette Baron Reid. And let's see, next one would be, speaking of Celtic, we have Celtic mythology. Yeah, I'm not sure why I have this on this shelf. Again, here I've kind of got stuff mixed up. I have a lot of books on Celtic mythology, actually. And they're kind of mixed in everywhere. So really, I think that one kind of belongs down on the next one. Let's see. Sylvia Brown, Blessings from the Other Side. Sylvia Brown again, Contacting the Spirit Guide. I know I have a book by James Van Praagh. It's not on the shelf. I don't know where it went to, but I really enjoyed his book as well, James Van Praagh. He's very, you know, down to earth, talking about mediumship as well. So this is a picture I picked up in Arizona, in Sedona. I was totally drawn to it, and it says, "Embrace your darkness along with your light." And the picture totally looks like me, and one of my spirit animals is a wolf. So yeah, definitely had to have that. It was coming home with me. And this little guy, he's just kind of cool. You can put a tea light in him and light him up. I think I might have shown off the tarot books before. I'm not sure. But we'll go over them again. So we have tarot cards for fun and fortune telling. This is an old one. These are all kinds of, you know, just some weird and wonderful books that I've found. So kind of more general, not necessarily just tarot. So we have fortune telling, how to predict your own future, a bit of palmistry in there as well. Tarot, read the cards, interpret the future, solve your problems, by Jane Lyle. Nice artwork in that one. Another Celtic mythology book, big, beautiful picture book. Let's see, who's it by? You know what, doesn't really say, but let's look inside. But yeah, some beautiful pictures, almost like a coffee table book. Oh, there goes everything. The Book of Dragons by Cirulo. Yeah, again, a coffee table book. Beautiful artwork in them. Like, I'm just a total book lover. If it has artwork, if it's on topics that I'm interested in, I am such a sucker. Like, I'll just collect them. I mean, look at that. It's almost like you want to frame some of it and put it up. And one on Washington State, which is where I grew up. Don't know why that's in this shelf, other than I think it doesn't really fit anywhere else. Okay, moving along, we've got the runes. I don't know if you can see that, hopefully. I gotta hold it up. The runes. Okay, so this is a good little practical book, so if you want to pull runes and then look up the meanings, that's what I use. That one. Okay. I'll fall down. The Book of Tarot, illustrated by Morgan Greer. Illustrated with the Morgan Greer Tarot. I actually don't even own the Morgan Greer Tarot, so I'm not sure how I got the book on the Morgan Greer Tarot, other than I probably found it in a used bookstore. The Enchanted Tarot book. That's one of my first decks. Absolutely love that deck. You can find Amy Zerner on Facebook and Instagram. She's still writing books and doing tarot. In fact, she does some live readings every once in a while. Let's see. Everyday Tarot by Gail Fairfield. Using the cards to make better life decisions. That's one of my oldies. Tarot Basics by Evelyn Berger and Johan Fiebig. Tarot, an easy-to-follow illustrated guide to the mysteries of the tarot by Jonathan D. Here's my little mini tarot book again. Around the Tarot in 78 Days. This is a great book. Lots of information in it. The only thing that sort of threw me was that the book is not organized in order by the cards, so you have to sort of thumb through it to find them. So I'm sure there's a rhyme and reason why I should put them in a different order, but it's a great book. Here comes my favorite tarot book, which is Marcus Katz and Tally Goodwin, The True Story of the World's Most Popular Tarot, The Secrets of the Waite-Smith Tarot. So if you ever wanted to know what all the symbols are on the Rider-Waite deck, this explains everything. So all the esoteric symbols, all the meanings behind the pictures, and believe me, there's a lot. You know, that's why that deck is so popular. That's why everybody copies it, is that there is so much in it. And you will learn all the secrets in this book, which is pretty awesome. And Tarot Made Easy by Nancy Guerin, which is my very first tarot book. I've shown this one off before. It's well used, stained, pages stuck together from pulling cards daily and getting readings. So that's the end of shelf number 3. So come back with shelf number 4, because I got a lot of goodies in shelf number 4. Kind of a mishmash of everything down here. So see you then. Thanks, and blessed be.